Locations are kept under lock and key. Hunting dogs have been kidnapped and ransoms paid. They're the talk of backlane exchanges and speedy getaways. Not too long ago, they triggered a crime epidemic in Europe. Welcome to the world of truffles.
So there was great secrecy about where the best truffle patches were, and a lot of very serious competition to maintain control over those truffle areas. So it became a very secretive sort of business.
All of these things are part of the expensive delicacies history, but the biggest issue facing Australia's truffle industry right now is far from these dark and mysterious underworld dealings. It's the issue of price. Our homegrown truffle industry is just getting on its feet, and it's growing at an unforeseen rate, with production of truffles doubling every 2 years. Wayne Haslam, founder of the Australian Truffle Growers Association, says that the industry desperately needs to work together to identify who they're going to sell their truffles to.
The real threat is that you will be producing a product that you won't be able to sell, which will bring the price down. People will start dropping price, and then it'll be, a cutthroat business of everyone trying to sell their truffles cheaper than everybody else. So it'll be a matter of maintaining price so that it's a profitable business.
In Australia, we grow French black truffles. They're worth about $3,000 a kilo for a premium batch. With the industry expanding so fast, the association is scrambling to create cohesion between growers so everyone works together to maintain top quality and the right to charge top dollar. After all, Australia supplies to Europe in their off-season, and we're competing with the country that claims the truffle as their own, France. But Tony Bilson, a leading Australian chef and truffle expert, says that trying to maintain this price is the industry's biggest mistake.
The more that's produced, the price will come down, and they'll be more widely used and people will know how to use them.
He says the market in Australia will grow, but only if truffles become more accessible, and that means the price has to become more reasonable. And with the rate of production, he thinks this will happen pretty quickly.
We're paying absolutely top price, okay, so we're paying $2,000 a kilo out here for truffles, whereas in France I can buy them for $600 to $900 a kilo.
But why all the fuss? We're talking about fungus here. Truffles grow under the ground and are found by a trained hunting dog. A lot of people in Australia have never seen one, let alone eaten one. And not just because of the price. Truffles are often incorporated into a dish by being shaved or used in oil.
They're quite smoky and very firm in texture. It's almost a dark creamy colour. It'll shave off quite easily.
The Rural Industries and Research Development Corporation investigate new viable industries for Australia and have been working with the truffle industry since the very beginning. Alan Davey is the Senior Research Manager of New Plant Industries, and he doesn't think truffle growers could afford to drop the price of their produce. He also thinks that truffles might lose some of that mysterious charm if they do become more accessible.
In terms of dropping the price significantly, look, as I said, out of desperation it may be necessary to do it, but I guess part of the allure of truffles is that they are this very exquisite and very rare thing.
It seems that something everyone agrees on, though, is that the truffles produced in Australia are every bit as good as the truffles that have been coming out of Europe for centuries. In terms of the controversy on price, we'll find out soon enough. The 2 tonne of truffle produced this year was worth about $4 million Australian dollars, and production is expected to increase exponentially in the coming years.
Australia has the ability to probably, within the next 5 to 10 years, probably has the ability to produce maybe up to 10 tonne of truffle. So that's like 5 times what they're producing at the moment. There are an awful lot of trees in the ground out there. A lot of oaks and hazelnuts that aren't producing yet. By crikey, if they all start producing, or a large proportion of those truffiers start producing, there's going to be a massive oversupply.
And it looks like Australians are sitting up and taking notice. At the end of this year's season, we consumed about 700 kilos of truffle from home soil, compared with less than 500 last year. But no matter how much we're paying for a taste of dirty socks and sex, as it's been described, it looks like the truffle industry is here to stay. Leah Rao reporting.